Okay, so this is
Yeah.
from our good friends over at What Culture. I think Trek Culture spawned from them.
Spurned.
I've deliberately not looked at this article, which was posted in the virtual TrekCon group a few days ago. Here it is. Star Trek, 10 things you didn't know about Nog. That
Ooh.
gorgeous little Ferengi changed the game for alien species in Starfleet. Oh, it's Sean
It's
Ferrick
Sean Ferrick.
of
Oh, we
Hey, yeah,
love
yeah,
Sean
yeah. The one with
Ferrick.
of Trek
Yes.
Culture.
Woo!
Okay,
It
so
is Trek
Yes.
great, perfect.
culture.
What a deal. So,
Yeah.
Mm.
Melissa, before we get into this,
Mm.
out of the 10 things we didn't know about Nog, how many did you know? I hope 10.
Oh, hey,
I
somebody
think.
named Katie gave us a little
Good name.
donation in the chat.
Yay!
Oh, look at
Yay!
you. Aw.
Ballerina
Thank
Katie.
you.
Yes.
Katie,
Phenomenal
thank
7
you
Woohoo!
so
9.
much for the super chat. We really appreciate it. She says, Yoda, best people. That's Star Wars
Woo!
talk.
I
That's
like
good
that.
stuff.
I like that.
Hey,
That's
look, it's a
cheeky.
stream.
She's cheeky.
Room for everybody.
All right, everybody,
Thank you.
give us your Star Wars wordplay in the live chat.
Yeah.
Once we're here.
Busting open those doors like Aragorn to drop some Star Wars stuff in our Star Trek chat. I love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, what does Sean have to say?
What's wrong?
Well, I'm waiting for Melissa. Did we get Melissa's answer yet? Or did I
No,
miss it?
Mm-mm.
I didn't say it yet. There's too much ruckus. But
Here? No, never. Come on.
I think there was one thing that I didn't know.
Okay.
What? Really? Okay. Hey,
Very good.
one is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the first one, and I know the first one. And Gary, if you're watching, you should know this first one too. Because number 10, his mother almost appeared on screen. We know this, Melissa, because this is Lolita Faggio who told us this, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't think
Uh,
she ever told me
Really?
because
No?
this was the one thing that I didn't know.
Are
oh,
you
really?
kidding?
That's
Yeah.
Oh
amazing.
my God.
Yeah.
So Nog, it
crazy.
says Nog's mother was Prinadora, who was only ever spoken about and never seen on screen. In Nog's backstory, she left the family when he was still a baby, but only after her father managed to swindle Rom out of his money.
That I
Um,
knew.
yeah, the story goes that like Lolita was going to play that character, and so in
See, I
sometimes when
like
they would read like they would do like a Ferengi script or something like that, she would
right.
read for Nog's mom because of
Oh,
that. She's kind of
Aw.
she's kind of like part of the Ferengi family in Star
that's
Trek
cool.
lore, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
That is
Oh,
so
I
cool.
knew that she did it during the Ferengi Family Hour when they took
Yeah.
it to the convention, creation convention, but I didn't know that she almost played her on screen, which would have been so much fun.
that's
Totally.
I
awesome.
would have
I
loved to
wish
see
it would have
that.
happened.
Yeah, same,
Aw.
same. Loved
Major missed
that.
opportunity there. Like, that should have happened.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the
Mm.
next one. This one's interesting as well. Number 9, literary inspirations. The seventh season episode, Treachery, Faith, and the Great River, is a standout story for Nog, drawing inspiration from Joseph Heller's Catch 22. Interesting. Though Nog's story is the B plot of the episode, its comedic tone draws from the satire of the American dream. Nog's plot is inspired by Milo Minderbender. Remember, there was a G.I. Joe character named Dr. Mindbender. That's close.
Mhm.
An extreme idol of capitalism on Heller's novel. Nog uses a complicated system of bartering in an attempt to get O'Brien the parts he needs, though he loses Martok's blood wine and Cisco's desk along the way. Here's a funny thing, speaking of capitalism. Apparently, when you talk to foreigners, people in Europe, when, there's like kind of a nasty stereotype about Ferengi and where the writers came up with the Ferengi and where they're derived from. But if you ask people outside the States, they said, "Oh, we just always thought the Ferengi were Americans," which I think is so funny.
No lies detected.
It really tracks.
Yeah.
It does,
Yep.
unfortunately. You're not wrong.
I love that.
Yeah.
Greedy, arrogant Americans. Mm-hmm.
That's us.
Ain't
Love
it
it.
the truth?
Jenny pleads the fifth.
You guys are nice.
And then here's the Canadian. I'm just here to be friends. Yeah,
What's the
fine.
negative stereotype about Canadians, Jenny?
Eh?
You tell me.
Well, all the negative stereotypes aren't even that negative. Like you guys
No.
say
You're too
sorry a
nice.
You're
lot.
too nice.
Too nice. Although it's funny because apparently a lot of the statutes in the Geneva Convention were created because of stuff we did. Ah! That's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah,
If
the
you
only
need someone in a
statute we have-
war.
Yeah.
We're
The only
super
statute
nice
we have
until
in
we're not.
America is of the liberty.
I think
Mhm.
it's if you cross the Canadians enough to where they're against you, then you know you've really effed up.
Yeah.
Canadians
Well, it's
never
like
get
if you make the
crossed.
nicest person in the group turn bad, it's like, oh, you messed up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You ever seen a hockey fight?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
hell yeah.
True.
Love it.
That's a good point. That's the best part of sports right
That's
there.
Mhm.
is that the only way Canadians get out their aggression is through hockey fights? Are there other
No.
means?
There's other means.
Okay.
Axe
Like
throwing.
what?
Curling.
Throwing. Curling.
Like what, Jenny?
I was gonna say
Um,
chopping down trees.
tobogganing, launching yourself down icy hills,
Yeah.
Come on.
yeah, chopping
Maple
down
syrup
trees. Yeah, you know. Yeah, burning down the White House. I don't know. You know.
Yeah, please, please.
Look up the
And we've
War of
officially been shut
1812.
down.
I remember that story actually. Yes.
That's a true story.
Wow.
Canadians
Not a threat,
cause a
that's history.
Could you come back and I won't finish that sentence.
All right, so number 8, you guys, we're not going to get through Nog
Back
here.
to Nog.
Jenny's
Yes.
reliving the glory days of when they would terrorize Americans by burning
War
down the
criminals,
White
yes.
House.
Burning down the house.
Yep.
I bet you guys have a song about it that are like like in your national anthem.
We're very
somewhere.
proud of it. Yeah.
Number 8. He is forever part of a certain character's legacy. Oh. Nog had many achievements during Deep Space Nine's run, not the least of which entering Starfleet Academy, rising through the ranks, and even, according to one timeline at least, commanding his own ship. However, his historical moments begin with the introduction of a certain bucket. Oh.
That's right.
The storyteller Nog is the first person seen holding the bucket in which Odo regenerates every night, using it as part of a prank on Jake Sisko and Varys Sol. Oh, that's fun.
Yes.
That's a good
That's
one.
hilarious. I didn't know that.
Oatmeal. Yeah.
This is why whenever I do bars of like changeling for my soap
Mhm.
biz, it's oatmeal, milk, and honey. It's because of this episode.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Brilliant.
That's
That's
great.
cool.
And this is why, Shar, I pulled up. Oh, here's something fun. Speaking of which, everybody, this is from Facebook.com. It's relevant. Check this out. We just mentioned her. Here is Lolita Fajo standing in front of a restaurant
Lolita.
called Lolita and the 455 Films team.
Aww.
He was always very happy.
Yes. So happy.
But no, speaking of Shar's soap that she makes Star Trek soap. But check this
I
out.
do.
Melissa, you might know where I'm going with this because this is why I sent this to you yesterday so I could find it later. Here it is. Very important. How to support your small business friends.
Oh.
Give them a shout out.
Hey.
$0. Follow their business page. $0. Tell a friend. $0. Engage with their posts. $0. Root for them. $0. Total. $0. The point is, of course, buy their stuff. But
Yeah.
also, all of those things are free to do. And then you
Exactly.
support your
Yeah.
friends and you help them. That's very important.
And it means the world. Honestly,
It really
I
does.
love that.
yeah, word of
It really
mouth
does.
is a
Mhm.
small business's best friend.
It's huge. Yep.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Oh, that's lovely. That's a very non-Ferengi thing to bring up.
Yeah, it is.
Balance it
Yeah.
out.
Back to the Ferengi.
Where's the
Number
profit in
7.
that?
Number 7, Noggle. Take a seat. Nog's relationship with Jake Sisko mirrored Aaron Eisenberg's relationship with Sirach Lofton. Aw. Though a few years his senior, Eisenberg quickly grew close to his on-screen best friend. They would go, oh, look at this. They would go
I
on years after
know.
Deep Space Nine came to a close to co-found the Seventh Rule podcast. Look at this shout out.
Ooh.
Sean Ferrick,
Yeah.
you'd get a hug and a kiss next time we see you in Vegas.
From all of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
At the
Yeah.
same time? That's
Yes.
nuts.
Yeah.
Hey,
gonna be amazing.
No judging.
What if he's watching this right now and he's like, all right, you
Yeah,
said
I'm
it.
on-
He's down. That's
Yeah.
I
what's
get
important.
5
I
hugs
mean
and
it.
kisses
Consent.
at the same. Katie's the only one going like, I'm not agreeing to this. You guys are weird. I'll just eat a new fruit.
Katie
What
understands the
happens to Star Trek Las
concept of
Vegas
germs.
stays at Star Trek Las Vegas. Oh
True.
my gosh, yes. No, I'm doing school talks this week. I understand the germs.
Oh, golly.
Oh no.
Like what's
Kids
a
picking their noses.
hurricane?
Okay.
Delightful.
Up next, here's a great one for you. By the way, everybody, go to Star Trek Las Vegas. Little known fact, Creation Entertainment is also a small business. I know it doesn't seem like it sometimes, but it's also a small business. So go to Star Trek Las Vegas in 6 months. Katie will be there.
Yeah.
all
And
of us.
you know
You.
what else is wonderful about creation and it being a small business? It too it too supports small business in
Yes.
their
Yep.
small business.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Why, whatever
Pretty
do you mean,
fantastic.
Melissa Longo, who always gets a table there and sells her small business wares?
Exactly. Yes. I always go. I
That.
always have a wonderful time because
Mhm.
the Star Trek fans and convention goers are wonderful, and creation is wonderful too because they provide us this wonderful home.
Mhm.
Mhm. We don't even have to interact with the other fandoms. It's fantastic. Also,
Yeah,
what
we
were
don't
you
do
doing
that
there,
right
Ryan?
now.
I was giving a thumbs
That
up.
was intense.
Just for us.
That was
No, it's in a
intense.
house. Okay. That was like
I looked up
a
from the
that was
chat
like a
and something was
Steve
happening.
that was like a Steve Allen joke, Jenny. You said that was intense, and I said no, it was in a house.
Nice.
Steve
Nice.
Allen.
Actually,
I
hope
like
you
hotel.
Steve
guys-
Allen. I know who
Right.
Steve Allen is.
I've known who Steve Allen is for over a day now.
I've known who Steve Allen
Wow.
is since I was like 5. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Weird.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know who Josh Allen is?
No.
Yes. Which team's Josh Allen?
He's a quarterback of the Buffalo Bills.
Well,
Anyway,
that
we got to move
explains
on.
it.
This is Melissa's
Let's
going
go.
to get
Let's
pissed.
go.
No.
No Bills hate. Come on now.
I no, I'm not pissed about talking about Nog. Why would I be?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Nog's pissed though.
Oh, he
Number
is pissed.
Oh my god.
What? He's
Number
not
6.
impressed.
He of many ranks. Across the seasons of Deep Space Nine, Nog just misses out on a record held by Geordie LaForge. The chief engineer of the Enterprise D held 6 ranks on screen across the franchise, starting as a junior grade lieutenant in
Right.
season 1 of TNG before making full lieutenant season 2. Okay, we don't have to go through all these, we know. But that's pretty cool. So Nog's had 5?
Woo.
Yeah.
He rose
He
up,
opens
man.
up. Yeah.
Wow.
Man,
That's
I didn't
very
know he
cool.
rivaled
Also-
Jordy. Like,
Yeah.
Jordy has 6? Okay, wow.
Because
Those
they're counting
engineers,
the
man.
ones on the Valiant
Yes.
and for the Visitor.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Including Captain.
Captain Nog. Yep.
All right. Number 5. Boy, we're getting a lot of we're getting a lot of burn out of
Bill's
this.
feedback.
What do you got,
Dave
Melissa?
Dave M in the live chat says, "How old are you, Ryan?
What happened?
That's a
Why?
Steve Allen joke, that is.
Yeah.
Because I was showing off that I just learned something yesterday, so I was trying to incorporate it in my daily life. I learned that Steve Allen was the he was the host of the Tonight Show before Johnny Carson.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my
So-
gosh, I went back and watched the Johnny Carson stuff, and I feel like that fundamentally changed how I do interviews.
He's
How so?
Oh,
God, it's so
really?
good.
Yeah, it's such a relaxed, smooth, go with the flow presentation, not like forcing questions. He just would
Yeah.
go with it.
Aw.
It's like,
Yeah.
I need to do more of
And
that.
and he was funny. Like
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
he was so
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
The one with the baby, what was it, a baby baboon? And he was holding it in a diaper and he lost
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It was so funny.
Are you watching the Johnny
Aw.
Carson highlights? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
I have that set. I've been watching that shit for 30 years.
That's awesome.
Yes, it's so
Mhm.
good. It's like gold standard for interviews.
So good.
Him and
So good.
Conan O'Brien, my gosh, those two.
Yes.
Put
I
them in
love
a-
Conan.
Mhm.
Long live the Conan.
Absolutely.
I wonder because he used to do shows at Comic Con. Conan would go live from San Diego
Mhm.
Comic Con for a week.
Oh,
I wish he would come back and do that for his podcast.
right.
Maybe he will eventually. I mean, he went back into
So
the
call him
Simpsons.
out
I
on
mean,
the
anything's
air,
possible.
man.
yeah,
Okay. We got to get through this Nog stuff, you guys. What about if there's somebody that hasn't watched Deep Space Nine?
somebody who hasn't seen
What?
Disney, grab the duct tape. We're gonna have a binge fest.
Okay, here it comes. Up next, number 5, From the Start. Oh, yeah, From the Start. We know what that means.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Nog was written into the earliest drafts of The Emissary, though as the rewriting process began, his part was expanded.
Mhm.
This was thanks to Michael Piller, who saw Nog as an opportunity to lock Quark into remaining on the station. Nog is first seen stealing supplies on behalf of his uncle before being swiftly arrested by Odo. This leads to the confrontation in the security office, wherein Cisco bribes Quark to remain in exchange for Nog's freedom. And thus a show was born.
Mhm.
Aw.
And once again, like of all of the character arcs in all of Star Trek, that is truly one of the greatest. Because
Absolutely.
like
Some
from
say number 1.
exactly
Yeah.
from that beginning to
Right.
Starfleet.
I feel like that
Mhm.
era of Trek just had such good choices for arcs because you have Tom Paris, you have Nog,
Mhm.
you have like just so much. You can pick whoever you feel like, but everyone has that one
Yeah.
character that's just like you did it,
Mhm.
good
Mhm.
job,
Get it.
you broke
Yeah.
through the
Yeah.
past. It's like we need that
Yeah.
these days.
I
It's
wanted to see that.
very
I wanted to see that treatment for Travis Mayweather and Hoshi Sato
Yes.
in
Oh,
Enterprise.
yes,
Hoshi
please.
deserves
They
better.
just didn't get it.
Yes.
Two of
No.
the
Right.
most underserved
No.
characters ever.
I'm
Absolutely.
putting together an edit for that, and I had to find one clip, just one clip that was iconic for Hoshi or Travis.
Oh,
I'm just like,
Oh,
oh god, no,
Just-
where are they?
Yeah.
don't go to the Beauty and the Beast episode for
No.
Hoshi, poor thing.
No.
No.
That one, she get like one
Mhm.
episode, and it was not
Mhm.
Not
great.
Good.
Such
Yeah.
Mirror
Okay.
Universe is what I went with.
Honestly.
She
Oh, that's good.
genuinely killed it in the Mirror Universe.
Yep, true.
Ah.
Number 4, Eisenberg's other
Hey.
Treks. Of course, we know when
Hey.
he
No,
played
yeah.
the
Carr.
Kazon.
Woohoo.
He played Carr in
Mhm.
Voyager. That was
Mm.
cool.
That's still
Mhm.
that was one of my favorite episodes when I first started watching it, and it still is one of those ones where it's like, I'm just gonna go rewatch this. This
Yeah.
is such a fun one.
It was such a good one.
Mhm.
I watched it for the first time after I had started dating Aaron, and I was like, babe, oh my gosh. You're playing a 13-year-old, but look at your guns. His
Yeah, he
arms
was
are
ripped.
like massive.
But he was buff.
Guns. He was so buff.
Yeah. I remember, I watched it on the first, the first day that it came out, because I remember they actually promoted Aaron Eisenberg is
Mhm.
back in Star Trek in a new
Yes.
role.
Yeah.
And
big
so we were
deal.
super excited. We're like, whoa, Nog is playing a different role in Star. And it was like a big selling point for
Yeah.
us.
It
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like that episode too because it gives Chakotay a little something
Something.
else,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
like just some
And he
like
wrecks a shuttle.
right.
One of many. Everything you ever want.
What about the
Yeah.
episode where Chakotay goes, "You'll have to nully me first"? Remember that one?
Wait.
He's on that planet where they say like nully is to like kill someone, and like they all have like their
Oh,
own
yes.
little way.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
gets
Nemesis.
Gus Pike's on it. I got you. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Number
Poor
3.
Chakotay.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
plan after 9. How many of you like the?
Oh.
Well, whatever.
What is
You know
going
them.
on with that ad? Wow, that's trippy. What? 50 cents?
On
A
the
dollar?
right side.
What's
Yeah.
happening?
It's
Whoa, compare prices.
Okay.
Oh, is that Yeah, a lot of pop-ups in
Anywho,
this
we
one.
were saying.
Squeeze it to the side.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. The documentary What We Left Behind features a section wherein the former writers of Deep Space Nine met to break a story for a hypothetical 8th season. There's always an issue in finding a reason to bring a disparate band of characters back together again after such a long time. So it was Nog. So it was Nog would signal the return. Yeah, that was sad. We
Mhm.
remember that.
Mhm.
But it was
the return.
it was
Yeah.
awesome
Oh
to
my
see them doing
gosh.
that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was great, but Aaron got so mad. He was like, I don't want to die in the first episode.
Yes.
They pull a Trip Tucker, have him join Section 31. You're good.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, that was the headcanon afterwards
Mhm.
because, he was good friends with Bashir, I think. And Bashir was working with Section 31.
Right.
So he got beamed out just in the nick of time.
Exactly. It's
Yep.
one of those
Yeah.
like they bring him back for the season finale, and it was just used
Yeah.
as a ploy,
Mhm.
right?
A plot, a ploy, no, and no.
Never.
The Romulan plot, a ploy. Remember that?
Boy.
Is that all good things? It's all good things, right?
Yes.
He goes, is it a Romulan plot, a ploy? He goes, no and no. That's 2 questions.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Q does.
that's right.
Okay, number 2. Here we go. Big money. Strong relations. Heart of Stone, beautiful episode, represented a turning point for Nog's
Yes.
character arc. He had been a bumbling adolescent, and then the time had come to do something with him. While Jake Sisko was moving away from interest in joining Starfleet Academy, Nog took his place in that storyline. Remember all that? Remember they were kind of pushing Jake Sisko to be an engineer or something early on.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Early
I just
on,
rewatched
yeah.
this episode not that long ago, and oh my gosh, it's so beautiful when they
It
get to the
is.
turning point of why Nog wants to join Starfleet.
Mhm.
Oh, that's such a powerful scene. So well done.
Mhm.
And
Ooh.
I'm so glad they waited a little bit to introduce that because
Yeah.
it didn't feel rushed. It felt like it made sense.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
did. It did.
It made his arc all the more organic
Definitely.
when it happened
Mhm.
when it did.
That's why
Mhm.
it's so
Yeah.
important to give shows more than just a handful of seasons because it lets them establish a precedent
Yes.
in which
Right?
you build the
Yes.
story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
want crappy stinker episodes. I want all the bottle episodes, the cheap cardboard sets, as long as it means we can get more.
I
We
want
really
to know
do.
those characters.
We really do miss it now, don't we?
Yeah,
we
we
miss
do.
We do, because it won't
those
come
bottle
back.
episodes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
Going back, I'm rewatching
That's why I
like,
love the weird
original
shit.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and you're just
Yeah.
like half of these I don't really remember, but man, it lets us get to season 3.
Exactly. Exactly. And
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know them. Like you've lived with them.
Exactly.
You know?
You lived with them.
Mhm.
Yeah. With 10 episodes a season and shorter season and less seasons,
Yeah.
how do you get to know anybody?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's true.
Like
I've
if
become
we're
very emotionally
lucky,
attached to fictional
Well,
characters.
I mean, what are we
Mm.
going to get? Probably 5 seasons of Strange New Worlds, because that seems to be their number now.
Mhm.
It's going to be 50
I'd be sad.
episodes.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
it.
Right. It's
Like
Yeah.
they've got a
2
great
seasons of
cast.
the other.
That's halfway to syndication.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
They've got such
Isn't
a good
that
cast, great
crazy?
characters. Everybody's loving it.
Yeah.
And they may end up
Yeah.
only doing 50 episodes in total,
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
which is
And
nuts.
and look, Strange New Worlds gets to do some fun stuff. Like they've done a little bit of like the quote unquote weird shit where
Yeah.
they've done like the crossover and the musical, but it's very orchestrated.
Yeah.
We're never going to
Mhm.
have the likes of, say, a Sub Rosa or a Masks
Right.
or a
Mhm.
Threshold ever again.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It just
Mhm.
won't happen because they're not working at the same breakneck speed, which with the same amount of episodes to produce every single week. And that's why I cherish those episodes now because
Yeah.
they were such a product
Yeah.
of their time.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think the
sometimes they
only-
would come out with gold. Sometimes, like
Yeah. Duet.
Worst case scenario.
mhm.
Throwaway
Mhm.
episode,
Yeah.
but one
The
of my favorites of all
Visitor.
time.
Day
So
to
good.
day.
Visitor is
Yeah.
definitely a bomb
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah,
me
'cause you
out
don't
to
really-
the holosuite.
Yes.
Mm, big
Oh
win.
my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Big win.
Yeah. Can
All
you
right, last
imagine a
one.
streaming series taking an entire episode to just play a baseball game?
It just
Like-
won't
I would love
happen
to
anymore.
have-
There's no
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
What if you had like a show?
Yay!
Oh my gosh,
Hey.
yes. Oh, I'm
Okay.
glad they put that one as the last one.
Number one, named from the start, of course, we know in
Yeah.
Discovery, we had the USS Nog. Everybody went nuts, and we were all very happy about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good find, Melissa, and good article from our friends over at What Culture.
Yeah.
Culture.
Thanks so much for watching that clip. We go live every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on Star Trek and Chill.